What is up, you guys? Welcome to the collective. My name is Furman, and oh boy, do we have an exciting video today. Now I don't know about you guys, but I love JRPGs. And not just JRPGs, but Final Fantasy games. And you know what just happened today or yesterday, as of this video coming out, is Square Enix dropped one of the best videos or showcases for Final Fantasy VII. It was awesome. Now before we talk about that, don't forget to like this video, share this video with your friends, don't forget that part, and definitely subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, let's get into it. So as you guys already know, I'm crazy about JRPGs. I love them, I always like playing them, and I actually have a mission where I want to beat all the Final Fantasies. And I'm pretty on track to do that. I'm only missing like 3 or 4 games, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We are here to talk about that Final Fantasy VII Direct that we got, and it was amazing. Guys, this was so cool. So the very first thing that they showed us was basically the fact that Final Fantasy VII Remake and Intergrid are coming to Steam and the Steam Deck, which is really cool, but I don't really care too much about it. I mean, I beat the game, and so I'm pretty much done with that as far as that goes. But a lot of people are going to be really happy that they'll be able to play Final Fantasy VII on their Steam decks, so that's awesome. And then right after that, they showed off a bunch of really cool Final Fantasy VII merch, which was looks awesome. I do have a couple of pre-orders. Like I did pre-order that Buster Sword clock. Looks really cool, so I'm definitely looking forward to picking that up whenever they decide to drop it. Oh my god! And then right after that, this is where it kind of got a little shaky for me. They showed off Final Fantasy VII The First Soldier, which is like it's like Fortnite but Final Fantasy VII, and it's on mobile. Yuck. So we're not really going to talk about that. We're just going to kind of move past that. But then they also talked about the Final Fantasy VII / Crisis Core mobile remake, and it's actually called Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. So it's gonna have both of those games, and they're remade in like this really chibi art form. Looks really cool. I'm definitely looking forward to this game, even despite the fact that it's a mobile game. The only thing is that I'm not 100% sold as far as like the combat goes. They look like they simplified it a lot, which is okay, but hopefully it's not so simple that it's kind of boring to play. So yeah, more news on that when we get more information. Then after that, that's when the bangers started. The cream of the crop! Oh boy, oh mama. Right after that, they announced Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core Reunion. And that, basically, from the looks of it, it looks like an HD version of Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII. Now, I am insanely excited about this, and I didn't actually think we were going to be getting this, because I felt like it would be a bit redundant with what they're doing with the Final Fantasy VII remakes. I thought that, they might be including that into those games, but hey, they decided to drop that, and, day one purchase, absolutely. You know what I mean? Come out with a collector's edition for this thing. Like, I want to see some actual support for this. I want something to unbox for you guys. So, hopefully we'll get that. And from the looks of it, it basically looks, the game looks better than the PSP version, like significantly better. But it doesn't look like Final Fantasy VII Remake better, if that makes sense. It looks good, but it could look better. Hopefully they make it look better, but we'll see. And another thing that I'm kind of scared about is the fact that the Crisis Core was kind of clunky to play. Just the fighting system wasn't I don't feel like it was very well polished. So I'm hoping that they balance that out and make it a little bit better, a little more fun and a little less grindy. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I'm super excited for that. Oh, and on top of that, that's also coming out to all the platforms. So Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, Steam, everything is getting that. which is a good thing. And you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I think I might pick it up for the Switch, since it's not like, I mean, it's not a graphical juggernaut. So, you know, portability kind of does matter a little bit when it comes to this kind of stuff. I want to be able to put it down and, you know, not have to turn things on and off. I just put it on standby and call it good. And then after that, we got some actual information on the next Final Fantasy VII Remake iteration. Now this is part 2, and they're actually calling it Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Woo! Sounds really cool. They showed off some trailer. They showed off a trailer about it, and it just looks amazing. And they actually showed a part where you're walking around as Cloud. You're walking with Sephiroth. How freaking cool is that? Like, I am like insanely excited for this thing. I mean, it looks so good. It looks so good. The only thing that sucks about it is the fact that it's not coming this winter. It's coming next winter, which, you know, I'm okay with waiting. But it just kind of sucks because I'm so excited for it. I literally cannot wait till this game drops. And then on top of that, they also, like, we've known that they wanted to make it episodic, so they wanted to have parts, but we didn't know how many parts we were going to be getting. And they actually talked about that. We're going to be getting 3 parts. Well,
you stupid.
We're not going to be getting 3 parts because we already got 1 part. So we're going to get we're going to be getting 2 more parts. So it is going to be a 3-part game. And I just think that's a really cool nod to the OG Final Fantasy VII, because, you know, that game came with 3 discs. So it only makes sense for it to be a 3-part game. I mean, super cool. Maybe I'm just reading a little too much of it because I'm kind of a big nerd when it comes to that. But I think that's really awesome. And yeah, as far as that goes, that was basically it. Now, I think they absolutely killed it. Not really including the whole, you know, mobile game thing. I was not crazy about that at all. I kind of skipped through that. But other than that, everything else, I mean, freaking awesome. I am super excited, and I'm glad, like, I appreciate the fact that they knew what they wanted to do, and then they just did it. Like, they called the event Final Fantasy VII 25th Anniversary event, so we already knew what we were going to be getting. And, you know, they kept it short and sweet. It was only like 15 to 20 minutes long, I believe. And they didn't really waste too much time. I kind of wish more of the showcases that we've been getting this week were more like that. But, you know, hey, there is always next year. Alright guys, that is the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, you guys know I have to say this. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more awesome content just like this. Alright guys, we will see you guys on the next video. Peace. The reunion is near.